A convincing bank scam is in full play, swiping lots of cash out of accounts. I'm Kurt the CyberGuy. Follow me at cyberguy.com and sign up for my newsletter when you're there. One of the recent victims is none other than Bravo TV's Andy Cohen, who fell hook, line, and sinker with devastating financial losses. He spoke about it on his SiriusXM Andy Cohen's Daddy Diaries podcast.
I got scammed, babe. I got scammed by someone called saying that they were fraud alert from my bank.
Television producer and host Andy Cohen is trying to get his money back after falling prey to a phishing scam. He'd lost his debit card, so wasn't surprised when he received an email from what seemed like the fraud department at his bank.
I logged into my bank account, and then it asked me for my Apple ID and password. And I was like, okay, this never happens. So I bailed out, but I had already logged into my bank app. And I think somehow my logging in through whatever this site was gave them access to my bank app.
He then got a call from a number that he thought was the bank's fraud department because the caller ID showed it was from his bank. The convincing call went on for an hour before he realized that they were not from his bank. In that time, the scammers managed to get access to his funds and swipe the cash right out of his account. In fact, 2 accounts, all with Andy's help.
I stayed on the line with this woman for an hour and 10 minutes.
Using the access that Andy had handed over to the hackers, they asked him to confirm some of his past charges. The next step in the scammers' plan was that they said they would send him 3 codes and then he'd have to tell them what they were. Then they told him to type some of these numbers into his keypad. This was a trick to get all of Andy's calls to automatically forward to somewhere else.
What I didn't realize is all my calls were being forwarded to that other scammer. And I was kind of freaking out. I'm like, why are they not calling me back?
So first thing the next morning, he went to his bank and discovered the terrible news that his account was wiped out.
These people wired out of 2 accounts that I have a lot of money. The bank called me to confirm the wires that these fraudsters did. But since I had set up call forwarding, the call forwarding went to the scam artists.
And they confirmed it.
And they confirmed the wires.
Andy's advice from this experience? Never take a call from someone saying they're from your bank. The safer thing is to just dial the bank yourself or do what Andy did. Visit the bank branch and deal with it in person. Are you getting my newsletter? Get it for free by clicking the little red button on my site.